LimeWire. I haven't heard that in 20 years, LimeWire. It was great though back in the day. You just go, you had your iPod, right? Because everybody had an iPod back in the day. And then you didn't want to pay the iTunes fee. That was ridiculous, right? So you bypass the whole iTunes thing. So then you go on your computer and you go to LimeWire, right? It was like bootleg, black market, iTunes. So it was like free. I think it was free, right? And then so you had like a playlist. You would pick what songs on the LimeWire, and then you would send it to your iPod, and then you got a virus on your computer. So you wind up wrecking your computer because this was illegal, illicit type organization. But your iPod was great. You had all of your favorite songs on there, and then I think you'd have to like reboot your computer. What was it called when you had to redo your computer to back to the factory settings? There was a word for that. What was that word? And then sometimes your iPod would do that too, and then you'd have to go to the iTunes stores and redo your iPod. You would have to reset it because the LimeWire would screw it up or something. What's that word? Anyway, but yeah, that was pretty cool. But I think it's illegal now. And then now we got this whole setup, and there's no LimeWire. We got to pay for Spotify or pay for, music in different places. Although I get it on my Alexa, but I'm not sure who pays that bill. But anyways, so that's LimeWire for you. The history of my thoughts. It was great. I loved my little iPod. It was like that big. I felt like I was in the future when I had my iPod. I got rid of the Walkman, because the Walkman was this big bulky thing, put it on your hip, and then you had this whole thing of CDs. What CD do I want to put in my Walkman today? You got to go through all the pages. And then, so I got rid of all that. I still have my binder in the garage. Do y'all want to see? I could do like a whole video scrolling through that. I have to go find it though. So, but it was like a temporary transition until we got the iPhone and all this kind of stuff. So there you go. All right, I'm out of here.